Okay, remember that they're changing my voice really quickly on the Dr. Gaff show. There was a Jewish female who said that everyone there can agree that there's a bit of a show going on in Israel. And she said that if God was supporting Israel, that there would be peace there. Now, no one argued with her about the fact that they all can agree that there's a bit of a show going on there. And shows have to do with illusion, deceit. Okay, the way, the truth, and the life versus deceit and propaganda and theater arts and ritual madness and chaos magic and all these other games that they're playing in regards to the show. And so we see that another Jewish female spoke up, and she said that she believes that the Jews are entitled to the land, implying that she thinks it's fair enough for them to do all the horrible things that they're doing and to put on a show and so on and so forth. Now, what God with a little g versus God with a big G is a deity of the show, right? A demon has also been described as a skilled performer. What idea deals in, falsehood and deception and theft? That's the devil. We see this, one of the pictures on the screen is a picture of an Israeli settler who's stealing a Palestinian family's land. And he says to them that if he doesn't steal it, that someone else will. Okay? So there you go with the theft and the deceit. And that's part of their culture. It's part of the culture of the Israeli state. We also see in Proverbs 18:9, it says, one who slackens their work is brother to one who destroys. When we don't see any Jews who have the characteristics of a leader of all of humanity, when we don't see rabbis preaching the truth, we know that salvation couldn't be from the Jews. But we also know that liberal, secular Jews also do not present a logical alternative. Feminism is not a logical alternative. Trying to confuse that just overkills that I'm right. Okay, look at how they dress, generally speaking. Look at their mainstream movement. Look at the sum total output of their movement. There are tens of millions of feminists in America. So why don't they move masterfully and come together and solve problems? Because feminism is a philosophy of those who deal in chaos and disorder and deceit and theft. They're just playing the game. Same with the LGBT movements, right? You think having gay parades and throwing fits and gay washing everything is helping humanity? It's not. Same with atheism and agnosticism and all the major liberal movements and all other philosophies. They simply do not have a sound plan. And therefore we can ascertain quickly that the Messiah is not in any culture that you know except for mine if you've been watching my videos. And my culture is universal, pinpoint, and moral precision. See my Proof on Christ playlist. I'm the Messiah. Scroll down till you find the video where I talk about my consistency. There's 70 points that I've been consistent on. So they do things to try to undermine what I'm doing. For example, I ended up going to Michigan when I said that I wouldn't. Okay, and that's a very small detail, and it has to do with the nature of the psyop. When it comes to the very core arguments I make, when it comes to my divine verdicts, I do not contradict myself at all. I'm consistent. I'm consistent with everything except for where it's understandable. And that means overall I'm consistent, I'm reliable, I'm honest and sincere. No one else is.